For the purposes of a nomination for the office of governor, the chair recognizes Mr. Francisco Borres.
Good morning. It's a better morning than that. We're here to replace Dan Malloy. Who's ready to put a Republican back in the governor's mansion? As stated, my name is Francisco Borres. I'm a lifelong Bridgeport resident, vice chair of the RTC there, and a member of the board of the Connecticut Latino and Puerto Rican Affairs Commission. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to tell you this, our state needs help. Businesses are moving out, our financial burdens are going up, and our property values are going down. Our budgets are so off balance we're getting seasick. We need a new governor. We need someone who knows how to balance a budget, someone who knows how to not only keep taxes down, but actually lower them, someone who knows how to attract big business and bring in jobs, someone who could reach into the cities like Bridgeport and New Haven and connect with the voters there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a candidate who has actually done each and every one of these things already. You hear the term career politician thrown around in a negative light all the time. I've said it myself. But 23 years ago, the people of Shelton elected a new mayor that immediately went to work on the real issues. He attracted big business like BIC, Prudential, Pitney Bowes. He increased the grand list and cut spending, effectively lowering or keeping taxes the same for 19 of 23 years, making Shelton one of the lowest tax towns in the state for the better part of 2 decades. Most importantly, he did it all by employing tactics that are at the very core of Republican ideals. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that's a political career to be extremely proud of. My fellow Republicans, Mark Loretti is a proven leader with not just the executive experience to revitalize Connecticut, but he also understands the diversity of Connecticut. We're all aware, unfortunately, that some politicians can walk through the inner city and no one will even recognize them. This is certainly not the case with Mayor Loretti. He can relate to the voters in the inner city more than any other candidate we have because he actively participates in diversity. He's been a science teacher and a basketball coach at Central High School in Bridgeport. He's been a part of cultural events like the Puerto Rican Day Parades, the Barnum Festival, Black History celebrations for years. He's a candidate that can energize all of Connecticut's citizens. He appeals to the blue-collar working man and the executive in the boardroom. While most candidates can come to convention and tell you all about what they will do, Mayor Loretti can tell you what he has done and will continue to do. He's a candidate that will not only send Malloy packing, but lift us into prosperity using the same principles that have made him a great mayor for 23 years. For all these reasons and more, I feel privileged and honored to nominate Mayor Mark Loretti for the officer of Governor of the great state of Connecticut. Thank you.
For the purposes of a second, the chair recognizes First Selectman George Temple.
First of all, I have an announcement. Anyone out there who has won money at the casino last night, please return it. It's mine. What we're here for today is not a crapshoot. We have to fix Connecticut, and we have to replace what's up there in Hartford and get rid of the stagnation. When I decided to run for Oxford First Selectman, the first call I made was to Mark Loretti. Like many small towns, Oxford was not well focused on economic development. Mark's plan was very simple. As a restaurant owner of 21 years, Mark knew the needs of businesses. He knows that by attracting businesses of all sizes, he will increase the economic vitality of the community, which he has. And in fact, he has created a job boom in Shelton. More jobs means more of the American dream to more people. And nobody knows that better than Mark Loretti. Mark does not believe that Connecticut should pay already affluent corporations money to stay in Connecticut. That's nothing but a gimmick and a fast fix. As Shelton's mayor, Mark's successes are well documented. He always represented his city with poise and dignity. He engenders civic pride, and yet he is always mindful that he has 40,000 bosses. Oxford also has enjoyed success in following the Loretti plan. I am confident that Mark can invigorate Connecticut and snap us out of this economic lethargy. I am proud to second the nomination of my friend, Mayor Mark Loretti of Shelton.
Hi, I'm Mayor Mark Loretti of Shelton, and I'm running as a Republican candidate for governor of the great state of Connecticut. For many years, the city of Shelton was home to factories and thousands of workers. Like many other Connecticut communities, Shelton lost its industrial base along with its jobs. During hard economic times, raising taxes and increasing regulations are not the answer. Giving subsidies or tax breaks to companies that need it least, balanced on the backs of those who can least afford to pay, is just wrong. Instead, controlling our expenses and making our city affordable for all residents and businesses alike became the norm. I reinvented my community by first stabilizing and then lowering taxes, streamlining municipal regulations, and fully funding our pensions, all as a means of encouraging economic growth. Today, Shelton is home to over 1,500 businesses. Major Connecticut companies like Prudential, Pitney Bowes, Perkin-Elmer, Hubbell Corporation, and BIC, to name a few. The influx of businesses brought jobs. 22 to 25,000 commute to work in our city on any given day. Bloomberg's Business Week magazine has twice tabbed Shelton as Connecticut's best affordable city. In my 23rd year as mayor, Shelton continues to grow and prosper with new businesses and residential property values that are protected. Low taxes that are consistent year after year are what Shelton has and Connecticut needs. My record as a business owner of 21 years and mayor for 23 years has given me the insight and experience to meet the many other challenges facing our state and the ability to grow Connecticut's economy. Transforming Shelton has made us a city of choice. Let's make Connecticut a state of choice. Giving me your vote will make a difference because experience does matter. I'm Mark Loretti and I approve this message.